friends down in Alabama. I'm from a new land. I come to you and see all this ruin. What are you doing, Alabama? You got the weight on your shoulders. Let's break in your back. Your Cadillac has got a wheel in the ditch and a wheel on the track. Oh, Alabama.
So we'll like I said, we'll make it a good introductory. So let's go ahead and get started.
All right. Well, hey everybody. I'm finally getting to do something I wanted to do with my buddy David. Isn't that right, man?
That's correct.
Oh, Lord. So, welcome to, I'm going to call this Southern Fried Ideology. Is that the name we...
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
So you do actually like that name.
I love that name.
Oh, thank you. So, been wanting to do a podcast for a while, and we're going to do it. So, I'm going to let y'all two introduce yourselves first, starting with you, Brett, because I don't know you that well, and I'd like to learn more about you.
I've been thinking of writing a communist manifesto.
Another one? I don't think people here like the last one. They kind of didn't. Well, actually, I think it wasn't it banned here for a bit, or
Really, just a rough draft.
so you think you can do better than Marx, right?
Better than Marx.
A ham sandwich could do better than Marx.
You really don't like Karl Marx, do you?
No.
Do you know him? Have you read any of his stuff?
Sure have.
We need to bring communism
Oh,
back,
crap.
people. Let's make it a trend.
That's
I think the Soviet Union should come back. I genuinely do. I feel bad.
Let's bring
for
back Cannibal Island too.
Cannibal Island.
Have you not heard about that?
Is that next to Epstein Island?
No, it was a
Okay.
literal thing in the Soviet Union that basically they had.
I'm gonna be asking my Soviet friend about this now.
We
I'll
got
ask
off.
him.
We got off track though. Let's
yeah.
let's talk about.
So introduce yourself, Brett, please.
Yeah.
I want to know more.
If you mention Epstein Island, Ellen DeGeneres is going to name you after a pillow. Or name a pillow after you.
Is it gonna be like one of those anime pillows?
A waifu.
Oh, can you imagine having like a body pillow but of me? Oh, it's thundering.
I'm scared.
God's getting angry at us now. We're sorry, Lord.
I get where you're coming from, God.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, David. So Brett, what do you do? What do you do for
I make things and stuff. And
sculptures, right? I'm gonna press you like a fucking
it's
interview.
more like taxidermy. Well, see, people go missing in my town.
Oh no. Well, we all three of us. I'm assuming. Are you from Alabama? We're
like those '80s wrestlers. Just put parts unknown.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, David. Actually, yeah, David. I don't know. Are you from Alabama?
Am I from Alabama?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm from. I was born and raised here.
Yeah, same here. But you love it, and I hate it. So.
That's right.
I don't hate it all the way through. I do think certain parts of Alabama are nice. Some of it's kind of shit, but you
Yeah.
know, I mean, no matter where you live, things are gonna be kind of shit. But it's like, it's nice. So you do sculpting, right?
Yes.
I've seen your work. You showed it to me. It's fucking amazing.
Yes, I make a lot of octopi.
Oh yeah.
He's really good.
Octopuses?
Octopuses.
Octopussies?
Yes.
That's a James Bond. Yeah,
Yes.
I haven't seen that one though. I've seen the World Is Not Enough. That's a good one. I like that one. And You Never Die Twice. I think I've seen that one as well.
Aren't those the only? Go ahead.
Well, I mean.
I think those are the '90s ones, right?
Your heart can stop. You can die twice. I have an uncle.
Oh no!
I have an uncle that died 7 times.
Yeah. What do you see when he died? That's
His heart stopped 7 times within his life, and they
my granddad who had Alzheimer's. His heart stopped 3 times. That's what actually causes Alzheimer's. He had vascular dementia, I believe.
Like
Wow.
Yeah.
Like his brain wasn't getting oxygen.
Oh yeah, no, that's what actually caused his brain to deteriorate.
Wow.
He lived for 13 years after that too. I think it happened to him in
He
2014.
probably thought he was 13 years old during.
Good grief.
No, he jumped back and forth. There's a lot I could say about that. I could spend hours talking about what it was like to take care of him, watching him die. But anyways, let's.
Oh, sad.
Oh no, it's fine, dude. I haven't gotten over it wholly, but it's still, it's something I do. I actually would like to raise awareness about Alzheimer's, though. That's a very important thing to me.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Okay, David, introduce yourself and plug your shit. Because you do it on everything I do with you, so.
That's right. Hi, my name is David Gentry. You might know me as Captain Davy Danger from Instagram, and the owner of Door Number 3 Films. We are a small independent film company operating out of here in Central Alabama. You can find us on Facebook and here on YouTube. Just go to Door Number 3 Films, and you will find a couple of our projects. But mainly, if you know me as Captain Davy Danger, you know me from my artwork on my Instagram page.
And I will be sharing this with people who know us.
Pretty please, with sugar on top.
Yeah.
Hunter and I have known each other since we were both in high school together. We were really good friends there, and we ever since then we've just we hit it off really well, and we decided that we wanted to
work together.
Share. Well, we wanted to share all the weird, wacky conversations that we had with each other with the world, because we figured we're already pretty freaking insane. So why not hope?
Let's infect other people with our mental diseases. Yes, that is exactly. I mean, Brett, you're gonna be a first test subject, buddy. You're fucked. You're already been consumed. It's too late for you. There's no going back.
I had a friend who said, used to be friend.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to have somebody with AIDS jack off on the filters of a pack of cigarettes and pass them out to people.
What?
Yes, real thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm allergic to cigarettes.
Well, good night, everybody.
Oh no, I mean that's. I'll talk about the craziness of the world.
It's nuts, man. It's nuts.
I guess I should introduce myself then.
Yes.
With my fucking shitty Femi voice again. My name was Hunter. I let that slide because everybody still knows me as that. I haven't come out to that many people. But my name now is Heather.
What?
I know.
What?
I know.
I'm kidding.
Oh no! People. Oh, I had the most mixed reaction when I came out as trans. It was
you filthy.
A lot of people were like, "Oh, I don't get it. Where's this coming from?" And then like 5 people who were like really close to me, like who knew me in real life, like, "Oh yeah, I saw that coming from a mile away. Congrats." It's like I got a wide array of fucking reactions. By the way, I'm gonna get some more water. Okay, is that fine?
I mean that's fine by me. Are you?
I'm not allowed to hydrate.
Are you okay
I'm
with
really
that?
fucking sweaty, and you can tell them why. Why am I sweaty?
You're sweaty because
You're gay.
Yeah. Your gay consumes your bodily fluids. It really sucks.
Gayness is exhausting.
yo.
Being gay and trans and shit is actually fucking exhausting, especially when you live in the deep south.
Yeah, especially from all that typing you have to do on Tumblr.
Fuck Tumblr. Fuck Tumblr. Seriously, I don't give a shit about them. Now Twitter, on the other hand, which is,
if Morbid Miss watches this, she's gonna freaking lose it.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
I love Morbid. She was the one that came to the house that time with RT.
Oh,
we don't have to.
I thought that was a username.
That's not her actual name.
Yeah, no.
Don't.
I know who you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry. You said it. It sounded like one word. I thought it was a Tumblr. Yeah, I remember her. I don't know if this would upset her or not. She had a dark sense of humor, you know.
I was just making a joke, but you just went straight for screw Tumblr,
no,
man.
Seriously, fuck Tumblr. I've always hated it. There's only one user on Tumblr who I actually liked, and
it's Morbid Mist. You should like and share her.
Oh, if she's on there, then yeah, that's worth checking out.
Go check out her stuff. Everything else though,
I used to look at Paul Robertson's pixel art on there. He's one of the first artists I learned about.
Oh, cool.
And when I was way younger, and he moved from LiveJournal to Tumblr. Right?
Really?
You ever heard of? You're older than us. You ever use LiveJournal? Is that big in your town? No, you don't do that.
There's Wattpad.
Wattpad?
Wattpad.
Yeah. The writing website.
I don't know that one.
I got friends that use that one. I read their work.
Do you lurk any particular sites?
Do I lurk?
Yeah, do you lurk any particular sites?
I lurk a lot.
Yeah, I don't actually do a lot of lurking, but I know people do.
Mostly in your house.
Yeah.
Good grief.
I lurk in my own house. What are you talking about? It ain't mine. Fucking. But yeah, I do art and shit, and if you're watching this, you probably know me, because I'm going to share this with people I know. So, there you go. Hey, it's nice. fuck. David's working on his comic right now,
Yes, I've got my computer pulled
and
up.
it looks just fucking lovely. I love it.
Well, thank you so much.
And he's
Yeah.
also working on a movie.
Yep, Vindicated 2020.
Can't wait. Oh, is it gonna come out this year?
Yeah, it's gonna come out this year. Like it's like we're
5 years later. Okay, it's
like,
done,
we're-
guys.
We're gonna have this thing done.
Oh no, I know you
It's
will.
gonna be probably before October. Probably mid-September.
Well, September. I have my birthday, so you know, I don't want to celebrate my birthday this year, which upset a lot of people. But
Wow.
I don't feel like celebrating it. Fuck it. I've been very pessimistic lately. We'll probably get into that. Actually, let's take a look at the topics that you guys wrote down.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got them. I had to use the restroom before we started, and I asked them to write down what they wanted to talk about. Now.
Right.
I don't remember what I said. I didn't remember which paper was yours, but then I read what they were, and now I know who wrote what. So this should be good. It's absolutely fine. Are you sure you don't want to write more though? Is that enough?
Nah,
Okay.
pretty much everything I haven't talked about is that one topic.
Okay, that's fine. Should I go over? Okay, so we went over who we are, kinda.
Yeah.
I'm new around you, Brent, because we just met today.
Yes, Brent
And
is our
you are,
guest.
You are our guest. I didn't think I'd have a guest. I thought it was just gonna be me and David. But I'll be honest, you are really I like listening to you, even though I fucking disagree with you. You sack of shit. How dare you? No, I'm kidding. It's like, but
I'm smiling.
you were really chill though, like in the car right here. So, who we are, and then David also wrote what we want to do with this podcast, which you kind of stated why, right?
I was in a burlap sack on the ride here.
Really, it's
I don't
kind
know.
We can't
I
let
don't
you
the
know where
way
you
here.
are. If people know how to find you, I mean, we can't ransom you. I mean, you're not worth
See-
much. I'm sorry, but just $30, man.
If you really want to talk about like what we want to do with the podcast, I think the easiest thing to say is like we.
Well,
but-
first off, the podcast is my idea, motherfucker.
Actually, no.
Yes.
I'll argue with you about that.
Okay, actually,
because-
okay, I'll be fair. You did put me on your Instagram thing once. Remember when we were in the car the first time we actually hung out?
Yeah.
I still had a job then. I was working on my dumbass game that didn't get finished.
You didn't get. It's not a dumbass game.
And all my game ideas are fucking stupid.
No, they're not.
And we were in a car, and you taking me out, and I think we got Domino's, or it just opened, and we were sitting in the park after we walked for a couple hours talking about fucking Twin Peaks, and then
Yeah.
we were sitting in your car, and you did like a live stream, and people were like, "Oh, is that Hunter?" This is before I came out as Heather, and we were talking about before the podcast. We were talking about God, like we always do, because that's one of the big topics we always bring up. But you also, what else could we talk about then? It was really interesting. But I'll give you credit. You did make me feel like you and I talking would be an interesting thing to put online because
It's
it's
a thought experiment.
yeah. Well, I don't know about thought experiment, but thought expression definitely.
I think
And
so.
what I wanted to do with the
I know
podcast,
some thoughts.
you know some thoughts.
Online.
THOT is that what you?
Could you possibly like?
Can you forward an email for me?
It
just-
no, don't do that.
It just says sex. It just says sex. Not even higher case capitalized. It just says lowercase sex. Hi, ma'am. I'm very interested in intercourse. The friction between our genitalia. It causes pleasure. I don't have much of that in my life. So could we arrange something maybe? Is that how the email usually goes, or?
I don't really have the experience.
Oh, you're fine. I do. Whew. Oh man. I had sex once, so clearly I'm better. I'm a Chad. Fuck all you virgins. Even though you've been married, Brett, you're probably not a virgin, I would think. You want to talk about it?
My wife. She's. I'm still a virgin.
Oh no. Her dick was bigger than mine. So we didn't fuck. Oh my god. So.
What did I get myself into?
Oh, you're fine.
I was a trophy husband. Oh my god.
Oh my fuck.
Wait.
That's probably a thing, though, if you think
It
about
could
it.
be, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, absolutely. You're not a bad looking dude. You're fine.
Thank you.
So, what do I want to do? Well, I decided to make this specific podcast because, one, I love talking to my friends about literally anything. I know that not many of my friends care, so I'm going to have to be very specific with who I try to bring on.
True.
David is easy. No, dude, because you had a meaningful conversation with us, I'd say. There's a lot of good moments before we got all political and shit, and then we had to, like, dissect ourselves a bit. But car ride was nice. I think that I don't know if we're going to go over any of that. I don't know what y'all really want to talk about. I have a feeling we're going to get a little more in-depth than this. But let's go ahead and start with the state of entertainment. So what did you mean by that, David?
So, I was well, first of all, it's just kind of where my specialty is entertainment media, that kind of stuff. I just wanted to kind of talk about, because in lieu of something I'm not seeing a lot of people really talk about a lot is mainly because it's just not so interesting. You have the whole coronavirus and
the Rona.
The whole Rona thing.
The Couve, as some people have told me it's called.
Yeah, the
false flag flu.
Oh, I was just saying that, like,
false fag flu. I can say that. I can say that.
Are you pretending to be gay?
No.
Are you a false fag?
No. But you are.
What I meant by that was basically
God.
nobody's talking about what's going to happen with entertainment industry. Basically, after this is kind of over, what are we gonna see? And I'm talking about everything from movies to conventions to.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. By the way, I am gonna have to put a content warning on the beginning of this because I don't want to upset anybody.
Right.
I think I have full range to say fag. So.
Okay.
But.
I feel like I can say it by association just because I'm here with him.
Yeah. It's the friend argument. Like I got a fag friend. I can say that, right? I got a Canuck friend. I know a guy in Canada. I can say Canuck, right?
We'll find out through the comments if I actually.
I don't give a fuck
if
what
I
people
actually get
say.
a pass on this.
No, you're fine. But yeah, I felt like the entertainment kind of shit show that's been going on currently, which I don't care about fucking celebrity culture, but corruption of any form I hear about from a lot of different sources.
Right.
And I feel like this stuff started slightly before the coronavirus, maybe.
It was.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some would argue that the coronavirus has kind of been used as a
cover up
to that. I don't think that's completely
I don't.
true.
Yeah,
but
I question the validity of that statement.
It doesn't mean that it's also completely wrong either.
Well, see, here's the thing though, because I don't think it was. People say, "Oh, it's specifically to protect Hollywood." No, I don't think that's true. But it was so convenient for them that hey, we can just shift the news towards this rather than some of the horrible atrocities that the rich people are getting away with.
Yeah.
So so the obvious one would probably be Epstein, right? And is it how long ago was that?
That was back before this even started. That was back in February.
Because I think it kind of started.
It was way before February.
Really?
Yeah, I felt like it was last year.
Good grief.
Now here's
It's
the reason
old.
I bring that up though, and I'm sorry if
Epstein died in jail around that time.
I'm sorry if I'm like talking over you. If I'm talking over you, just say
We're just all talking at the same time.
Yeah. So,
Just blur together.
but I was thinking about it, and it's like. It happened a while back, and I remember. I feel like that's the big one that sort of kicked off this whole desire for more people to investigate. Like,
right.
Yeah.
An answer for the
stuff that's been
obvious horrible things.
And it's
that
not
happen.
just the child, porn ring and all that shit, and the sexual harassment and the island of misfit toys. It's like you
did
Ouch.
not. Wow.
Ow!
That is so.
I'm sorry. Fuck pedophiles. Anyways.
No, don't, because they don't. No, don't.
Okay.
They don't freaking
Don't give them what they want.
Oh God. What is it? Domo every time or no?
Arigato?
No.
Mr. Roboto?
The internet meme where it's like the bear where it's like I love little girls, they make me feel so good. You remember that? The bear, pedo bear, right?
Oh my gosh.
That was from 2000 like.
I started on
12?
4chan or something.
I was on YouTube as a little kid when that was popular, and I was like, "Oh, that's funny," haha. And then later in life, I was like, "That's actually not that funny." It's a real song, though.
I didn't think it was funny even.
Maybe there was a
back then.
code. Maybe they were warning us for the future. So Epstein got busted, or I don't think did he get busted, or did other people get busted?
He'd been busted. That's the thing.
And he snitched, right? Which is good.
He was going to. And then all of a sudden he just.
he committed suicide, right?
All right.
Yeah, right.
Which is
totally right. So
totally makes sense.
Totally committed suicide. He totally
did it.
Just.
But there's something about this.
Yeah.
All right. As soon as he ended up dead,
Yeah.
he didn't go through an autopsy or anything. He was rushed to the family plot where no one was around besides specific people for him to be buried.
Right.
You ever see those movies where people get an injection of something where they fake that they're dead?
Oh shit. Do you think that's what happened? Because have you ever played a Hitman Blood Money? I know there's a level where you do that to someone to get them out of a mental facility. That's a.
See, I don't play a lot of video games. So.
Not you. I'm talking to Brett. He had a PS2 in his living room. You never played Blood
Yes.
Money? David's a loser. All he does is
I never played that.
all he does is focus on creative efforts and all that.
I got original Nintendo
I'm a
and
regular
a
old-
Dreamcast.
I'm a regular old
I'm
school
old
word.
school.
Oh, you're fine. I'll convert you to video gameism someday.
Someday, not
Yeah.
today.
You will be a gamer.
No, I won't.
You will be a gamer. Come on.
No.
Using injection. Okay, so fake death. Has that ever been proven to happen in history, though? Has that ever happened and been confirmed? I'm sure, because they had to get the idea from somewhere, right? I know people say that Hitler didn't die.
That's more.
Yeah.
He's definitely dead
Oh,
now.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, you don't know that. He could have pulled a Walt Disney, froze
Well,
himself.
there's a big thing about papers coming out from Tesla like 8 years after his death from Montauk Island. You got a lot of people that are apparently dead that are apparently not.
Well,
I don't know.
Legally speaking.
I mean, but what? Okay, so if you had to fake your death, what reason would you decide it's finally time to fake your death?
Tax evasion.
That seems kind of petty.
Yeah.
Wrongly.
All right, you're gonna answer seriously, aren't you?
Like if I had to fake my death.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. If I tell you, then all of a sudden
Your plan that you're planning right now is gonna fail.
Right, exactly.
okay,
So I
yeah.
can't tell you. But it would be if there was no benefit to me legally being alive. That's how.
I don't think there's a benefit for you now.
That's why. That's
Avoiding my ex.
Okay. That's fair. Although,
Is it that bad?
yeah, she you might not have to worry about faking your death. She'll probably kill you if she's that bad. I mean,
Honestly, I'm just lying to myself. She avoids me.
oh, don't worry. We avoid you too.
I'm sad now.
We have to put up with your shit, and it's fucking disturbing. I'm kidding. I just met you today. Why am I being a dick? Anyways, I'm a fucking bitch sometimes.
Yep.
So the state of entertainment. Well,
I
when
just
you
met him
wrote
today too.
when you
So-
wrote the state of entertainment, though, I thought you were going to talk about the quality of entertainment itself as an art form, like anything.
Like what's it like?
But you're going
obviously-
straight to like the serious shit, which is good.
Well, I honestly wasn't trying to talk about that, but
Okay.
like what I was trying to say was that
Okay.
the
Yeah.
what I was trying to say was that
Yeah.
at the end of the when this finally settles back down, when Corona's finally kaput, or it just isn't popular to talk about anymore, so nobody gives a crap anymore about what. Because ultimately, I think that's actually how Corona's going to end. It's it's going to stop being a hot topic, and people will just stop giving a crap about
It'll
it.
still be around probably.
It'll still be
Oh,
around
yeah.
for sure, but it's like
Or it'll
nobody
be-
will just give it. Nobody will give a shit about
It'll
it.
either be one of two things. You're either completely right, and it will still be around, but they'll kind of, a little lower down talking about it. Or two, it will be gone,
but-
and people will be like, oh, remember last year when we had the Rona, bro?
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll be like
fuck."
it'll be like the worst
Yeah.
dead meme ever. So anyway,
No, I mean, I wouldn't say that, because imagine living through the Great Depression, right?
but
Yeah.
what I was going with
Yeah.
that was like once that settles down,
I
like
lived through Great Depression.
We all do.
easy buddy.
It's okay.
It's all right, man.
No, for real. Like it.
I
would like
want to know what
Yeah.
is going, because I think there's going to be a huge cultural shift in our entertainment from now on. I mean, we've had probably so many historical things happen in this year alone,
Oh,
in
yeah.
just the past few months. How's that going to be reflected in our entertainment media? Because right now, I mean, movie theaters are shut down.
Oh yeah.
And there's talk about how movie theaters might not come back, which I really don't want to
I
happen.
want that. I want theaters to die, but there's
No,
a reason.
no.
I know there's a reason, David. Trust me.
No,
No,
don't
David,
listen to Hunter.
Don't.
Don't listen to Hunter. Don't listen
Heather
to-
has all the right things to say, and everyone else is an idiot. Okay, let me tell you. If theaters die, they'll come back even better.
That's what I'm saying.
Rebirth. Rebirth.
I'm gonna start calling you Hillary.
Who, me?
Like, oh.
Aw.
What I'm saying is like that is one of my favorite things to do. Okay, I do not want.
I like going to the movies.
I love going. to
I've
the
never
movies.
gone to the movies with you. I've gone with Clay a couple times.
We-
though.
Did
Did we? No, we didn't, because we were going to go see the Joker, but then I was like, well, my stepdad wants to take me. Then my stepdad couldn't take me because of my mom, and then we were going to go see Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker,
Yeah.
but somebody I knew then already explained the plot to me, and I was like, I still want to see it just to see how ridiculous it gets,
It's pretty bad.
but
It's pretty bad.
but I still want to see it because unlimited power. I mean,
that's what I'm thinking.
I actually like Palpatine, even
I-
though he's a meme.
I really, maybe it's just a personal preference because it's one of the things that I used to do when I was, I'm still single, but I mean, I'm talking to people right now, but it's like I'm still single. But one of the things was, shameless plug for that, right?
What? Oh, you think any... Okay,
not
first
what
of all, the only people who are going to see this in the first wave, if it doesn't get popular, is going to be... So, by the way, sorry for shaking the mic when the table moves.
What was that SNL
But my
thing?
friends.
Lowered expectations.
Well,
What I meant was, for crying out loud, like the what are we gonna see moving forward with entertainment, and what are we going to? How is it going to impact the stories that we see told?
Okay, so I think the three of us can answer that. I'd say we're pretty sophisticated people who enjoy media. I'll let you go first, Dave, because you're the film buff as far as I'm concerned.
Me?
Yeah.
You want? Well,
How do you foresee that going?
First of all, I think that we're going to see a lot. There's going to be a lot of faces that we were used to seeing in movies that are probably not going to be in movies anymore because
they're dead.
No. Well,
A lot of them got Rona, dude. and they're
that's
all
not what I
old.
meant. I meant
Rest in
there's a
peace.
couple that
Yeah, some of them.
have been arrested.
Rick-
Goodbye, Tom Hanks.
Rick Mays.
I honestly haven't studied up enough on who has been accused to.
You're talking about
That's like the first thing that comes to my mind is like there's going to be less people that we are used to seeing in movies. There's probably going to be a lot.
Why don't people listen to Corey Feldman?
Aren't there like 30,000 sealed indictments?
I-
A lot of these are celebrities too.
Wait, 30,000.
Something I can't remember the number. Don't quote me on that.
And that
I don't know
okay, I'm not
exactly.
going to quote you on that, but I will quote you on this. 30,000.
Corey Feldman deserves to be heard out.
I know. Oh, I've been. Somebody sent me a link to one of his little interviews, and he seems like he's really pushing to get that shit settled.
He's trying, and it's hard for him because he's like
People, yeah.
people.
Also,
have
did
been
you know?
treating
Okay,
him
do you
like-
want to know kind of a reversal of the pedophile thing? Did you know there are people saying that Michael Jackson wasn't what everybody claimed? That there's-
wasn't a pedophile?
Yeah, that there was evidence to prove that people were framing him because he was really,
really famous.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot
yeah,
of
because
reasons.
if you read about the lady that accused him of that, he was not the first person she ever accused of that, and they proved that case wrong. They proved that she was
Okay.
lying in that case.
I would have to
And
check.
which-
I would have to check that. I haven't read it, but I do know that a ton of people were putting together. There's a new documentary. I don't remember the name.
I saw a very recent documentary on it.
Yeah. Was it? And it was like, they basically all these people just tried to fuck him over and
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
his entire family did that to him.
There was a situation where that woman you're talking about requested that her son get to stay the night with blah 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 Michael Jackson, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Right.
Michael Jackson and one of his friends, another adult male, they both stayed in the room. Michael Jackson slept on by their claims, Michael Jackson slept on the floor, his friend slept on the couch, and the kids got the bed.
Okay.
This was after a dispute about how that was not a good idea after cases were being brought up against him.
Okay. Well, I mean,
That is the only instance where they can show that a child was in his room. The only one.
Good grief.
I mean, it seems I didn't think pedophilia would be one of the biggest topics, but it's pretty big in America right now. I think.
Like I'm actually
It's
really,
trending.
I'm
It's
really.
Yeah.
It's trending of how pissed off people finally are. I think people are finally waking up.
Oh no,
which-
people have been angry at pedophiles. Well, not for. I was gonna say forever, but then I was like, well, the Greeks kind of had,
I mean,
a
people,
cat. You know what a catamite is, right?
Ketamine?
No,
I like
a
ketamine.
catamite.
Nice.
What is that?
A catamite, a long time ago, I believe, was a little boy they sent into shower rooms with a bunch of people, and they would just have sex with them. I believe that's what they are. So there is a phrase for that, but you got to remember that's
God.
back in the day though. They didn't know any better, I guess.
They didn't know any better.
Well, they were the Greeks. They were trying to figure out existence, and they're like, "Well, we're also
doesn't
gay
make
and
that-
fucking retarded." so-
They turned it. They
I shouldn't have
managed
said
to
that.
turn it into a social norm, which they try to do again in modern times now.
It's not gonna work.
I mean,
better freaking
all right,
not.
there is.
Well, I mean, shit. They've already done it in Hollywood for freaking 50 years. It's pretty much normalized in their culture.
Well, it's a private culture, and they don't want to get caught, but they got caught, and now they're all fucking scared.
I
By
hope-
the way, I
they
just
should
want
be
to.
freaking scared.
I
These
just want to
freaking
say
mother-
I feel bad that I said the R word. I'm sorry. That's on me.
Said what word?
I said the R word.
What?
I said retard.
No, but
I
dude,
take offense to that for being very stupid.
Oh no, I call myself a retard a lot, and I actually got in trouble at school for that with a teacher once. I was like, I'm so retarded, I failed this test. She's like, shut up, you're not retarded. And I was like,
So,
But anyways, let's talk about how horrible the world is.
let me get to one more thing
Okay,
on
sure.
them trying to normalize
Pedophilia.
depraved acts with children.
Yeah.
There is a toy that Hasbro had just took off the
Oh
market.
shit! I heard about that.
It's a
Is that real?
Trolls doll. I can't remember the character, but it's like you can tell it is in a child character.
Oh well.
There is a button between
Yeah.
this doll's legs. When you push it, it gasps and then giggles.
Okay, that's real. I heard that. Did it actually gasp though?
Yeah.
I didn't see any video, but I saw that was somebody pressed.
That's the thing. It makes the gasp.
Hold on.
A gasp sound and then giggles.
Okay, I'm gonna state that's obviously horrible, but imagine what the fucking Transformers gonna be like now. I'm fucking kidding. Yeah, so that's real. That's a real thing. That wasn't made up. That was a real thing?
I'm thinking of the robot chicken thing where Optimus Prime has prostate cancer.
Oh, that's old. That's like season 1?
That's way back.
And then
I
the Flaming Man says, "Oh, I'm pissing. It hurts or sings when I piss."
I actually
It's old robot.
I never watched Robot Chicken.
You
in the
probably
day.
like it, maybe.
Like
It's just pop culture garbage, though. It's not like
right. Well, that's the thing.
good animation. Good animation.
Robot Chicken actually scarred me as a child because
Ooh.
the freaking chicken had back when I was
Yeah.
like 11 years old. It like the chicken just was really creepy to me on the cover, and they had a big DVD box set of Robot Chicken shorts
Yeah.
at Walmart at the time.
Yeah.
I think you guys remember it. It was like the first
I
season
had-
box set.
I had season 4 on DVD.
And it was the whole box set of season 1, and I can't remember if that was season 1 or 2, whatever. But basically,
I think it was 2 that had
the
the big
chicken.
Yeah.
The chicken was just freakish to me. It was so uncanny. It looked like a freaking. I thought it was like an evil freaking snowman, and I would freaking be haunted by it whenever I walked by it. And I actually, when I was staying over at my grandparents' house when I was little, I would literally have nightmares about that freaking chicken coming after me. You know what I mean?
Wow. Do you want to know my history with Robot Chicken?
What?
My grandmother actually wouldn't let me watch Adult Swim because there's an episode early on where it's the Jetsons, and the cop. Do you remember that where he falls off and the
Yes.
cop says, "Damn, we are stupid in the future." And for some reason, her hearing the word "damn" was like, "All right, no more TV for you. You can't watch this show." She wouldn't let me watch Ed and Eddie either. I don't know why.
I wasn't allowed to watch it.
I was allowed to watch Ed and Eddie everywhere else, and I love that show. That's one of my favorites. But Robot Chicken, I used to watch it. What I would do is we had a VCR DVD combo thing connected to our TV, and what I would do is I would take some tapes in there and put them in the VCR, and I would record all night while I went to sleep, and then I would just watch them when she left the house. Like I'll watch it later. That's how I got around that.
Rebellious.
Oh yeah.
I had like I didn't mean to go off into the freaking
I don't-
into like the whole pedophile ring thing. Like that's
Yeah.
not what I was meant by that. I wanted to see like what are we gonna see as far like besides the freaking obvious of not seeing as many people that we're used to seeing on screen. What do you think is gonna be happening with our entertainment media?
I think it's gonna get more, hopefully thought-provoking on the lower budget side of things. But I think Hollywood's gonna take a bit of a break. Not Hollywood as in the fucking producers and pedophiles. I'm talking about Hollywood as in like the workforce. And I think the studios will pick back up right after as soon as COVID cleans up.
Mhm.
And they're postponing a lot of movies till next year, right?
Right, they are.
Yeah.
So
And is there anything? Do you think that Do you think there's going to be a lot of like mentions of like things about COVID in the next coming?
honestly, I think there will be
Social distancing and masks.
But at the same time, like I really hope that there isn't because I don't think anybody wants to look back at this fondly at all. Like I don't think anybody wants that. Like in like the next 20 years when we have inevitably movies that are made about the 2020s.
Oh yeah.
Like when they make movies set in the 2020s, we're going to probably have a movie that takes place during the coronavirus at some
Well,
point.
here's another thing though. I think that's fine.
I mean, it's fine too, but I'm not.
Look back on it fondly. I think people will look back on it and be like, "Yeah, I was in that," so that they could tell if a movie was telling the truth or not about. Well, not about information, but about how the virus worked, right?
I think that Hollywood is gonna make the mistake of this. This could be true, and I think they might already be doing it on Netflix. I don't know. I haven't watched any new stuff on Netflix, but I have a feeling that because Hollywood is so convinced right now that they have to jump on every current event and make some kind of really lame commentary
And make money off of it too.
right, and make money off
And
of
off
it
the suffering
because
of people, yeah.
because they right now they Doctor Who did it. I mean, they had that whole basically anti-Trump episode where the
I didn't watch Doctor Who.
I don't either, but like I still heard about that episode, right? It still got them
I
attention.
would suggest you should watch it before you judge it. Maybe.
No, I mean I understand, but it's like my point isn't about what the
Is Doctor Who Hollywood? I thought that was produced in the UK.
It's all the Hollywood conglomerate. It's popular culture
Okay.
media. That's huh?
Is this on the screen? Or? Okay.
He's fixing the comic.
So yeah, what I meant to say there was like what do you think is going to happen when they I'm sorry. We got to the point where we were talking about where were we? I lost it. I lost my freaking
Like how people are going to look back on Corona, but through movies and art, I would assume, and not just movies, because I've seen on YouTube. There's albums of like people who made albums during Corona, and they'd say, "Oh, this is like the Corona album I'm making," and it's like, "Oh, that's cool." I think that's fine.
I mean, that's fine too, but it's like, oh, that's what I meant. I think what they're gonna make the mistake of trying to bandwagon. You know, I think what they're
Hollywood bandwagoning.
Well, I mean, they're gonna basically try to be hip and cool, and they're gonna reference the freaking virus.
Hello, fellow kids.
All right.
Yeah.
It is I.
There is one thing that I noticed.
Corona.
Go ahead.
Netflix and Hulu. I don't know if I can mention those on here. Whatever.
I don't give a fuck.
Anyway, both of them were on the bandwagon of showing virus-related movies leading up and during the virus. Like that's you look on there, it's a third of them.
I remember when
Like, is anybody gonna look back on this fondly? Like,
Hey, the movie Outbreak is actually pretty
It's
good.
like
Okay.
people already knew.
I watched Outbreak when I was younger. So the CDC was in that movie, I believe, right? Who was the actor in that? He's the same guy from Meet the Parents, the hippy dippy dad. I don't know. I don't know names. I know faces. I'm sorry. It's my mistake.
Oh yeah.
we'll forgive you.
Someone has to.
Yeah,
That's why you pray for me.
that's right.
Oh.
I always pray for you.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
You're welcome.
Brett, yeah, explain what you think about what David's mentioning. What's your take on the sort of, what do you think, how do you think they're going to interpret the coronavirus after post-corona years?
All right.
Coronial years, you could say.
They won't be able to shut up about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me think here for a second.
Because we're living in history. I mean, even if the human race dies, somebody, will archive it, and then aliens will find
The
it.
human race probably ain't
There's-
gonna die from this.
There's going to be
No, not this.
Go ahead.
There's going to be a lot of celebrities disappearing, like they said.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to alter Hollywood. Hollywood has pretty much been had a grip on the balls of the film industry for too long now.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah.
I think this is going to give an opportunity for other filmmakers,
Outside artists?
Yeah, independent newcomers, people with greater ideas. I think this is going to give them a step forward because the world still expects the entertainment that we've been getting.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they expect to be entertained in some way.
We got people that are going to live up to the task or try their best.
This is.
I know some of them.
Would you agree with this? I'm sorry. Would you agree with the thought that maybe this is the millennial generation's this is their
Us.
well this is their Vietnam era.
Yeah. Oh.
Would you? This is like the
We
new
haven't
60s.
reached that extremity yet. We will probably get there if things get worse, though.
I guess it's around the same area because I'm thinking like the 60s.
Wait, do you mean like
Peace
a
movements.
rejection of the forces that like influence of power?
Right.
Oh, okay,
Like,
yeah. I
I'm
think we're
thinking-
getting close. Yeah.
Because I mean, you see that with.
I thought you meant war. I'm sorry.
No, I mean there's a possibility, but
Oh,
that's
we've been having illegal wars for a long time.
all war is technically illegal, but
Oh,
like
I guess that is true. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to get technical, but I hate
yeah.
technicalities. So anyway,
Oh, come on! You're an artist. You should love technicality
why?
because you're you're professionally technical as far as I'm concerned. Rough. You're just starting out with your things. You're taking them seriously though.
What about you? What do you think, Brent?
Yeah.
Who said I think?
Well, I mean,
Well, just say words that no one's gonna fucking
You're
listen to this.
Words.
Yeah, just say whatever. Nobody gives a
Stuff.
flying fuck.
Trigonometry.
You got David, I'm about to say something very cruel. Is that okay?
I don't
You
care.
got a wannabe fucking Spielberg, you got a homeless guy, and then you got a fucking tranny over here, fucking...
Wait, how did I hit a homeless guy? Am I that guy?
He's not
Actually, you're the only
homeless.
one, out of the three of us, you're the one who actually owns where you live, so never mind.
He doesn't.
I don't
He
know.
rents it. He rents it.
You gotta take it back, man. Listen, you know your landlord? I'm gonna put a knife in an envelope, I'm gonna hide it in his mailbox when you see him leaving his driveway. That's when you gotta take your shot, man.
Okay.
Okay.
Just act like you're getting the mail
Sounds
for
like
him.
a
Say,
plan.
hey, Fred, what's up? He's like, oh, thanks, man. Just slit his fucking throat.
Alright,
You can
so-
fuck his throat, too. I mean...
Okay. Goodbye, monetization.
I don't care about making money. I'm broke. I don't fucking care. If people want to give me money, I will totally put something in the description they can give me money on. Other than that, I don't give a fuck about YouTube.
Just
I don't want YouTube's money. It's probably
Hey,
Google money. Like fucking,
just start a Patreon.
Right away?
People
Oh,
can just
no.
jump in there and pay you.
I gotta ease them into it.
Hey, yeah, we gotta get you completely set before we start doing that.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm not dealing with that yet.
Hey guys, pay this guy right out of the gate. You don't know
This
what
girl,
you don't know what the
oh
future
my
content
God,
is
you
going to
fucking-
be. But just throw money at.
Ableists.
Ableist.
You got. Are you
I have
about to get triggered?
Am I triggered? No,
Are you
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
It's like, I remember I had a friend, and I have a friend who actually dates trans girls, and I'm not going to mention who he is, but he said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, and I
Right.
talked about you to another friend, and I said, well, how'd you refer to me? He said, oh, I still refer to you as like Hunter and shit. I was like, that's fine. I'm not going to get fucking angry at you, you fucking asshole! I'm scared. I am scared to do the voice around y'all, though, because it's like, I don't want to make y'all embarrassed and shit.
Why
But
would we be-
I promise
Dude,
you,
you just
if
talked
you-
about throat fucking a freaking
dead guy.
dead
That
landlord.
explains a
And
lot
not-
about me as a person
That's
who's
like, at this point, like there is nowhere you can go.
I just bring in like a fucking.
We've spent half the freaking podcast talking about pedophiles.
No, you did.
You
I was responding.
Go ahead, Brent.
bring up dumpster juice.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
no,
no.
We are not talking about that.
Or swallowing dip.
Oh my god!
Oh, that happened to me.
yeah.
I thought it was a soda. I was wrong.
This root beer, y'all? Hell yeah!
Did I just say soda like an old guy?
Oh my god, soda. Sody pop.
Cola, soda pop.
I used to call
Sody
myself
pop.
soda pop. That's one of my nicknames.
Fizzy cola.
Fizzy Jizzy.
Yes.
Fizzy is.
Is
what
that
they
when
call
you
it
get a
in New
Coke
Zealand.
bottle, shake it up, and then cum inside of it? Is that a Fizzy
Oh,
Jizzy?
for crying out loud!
What's worse than finding a worm in an apple?
no, okay, let's not push it. We've already talked about fucking.
I'm not gonna say that.
There's an island you can go to learn about that.
Oh my gosh!
Well, they don't know the
How do I
rest of the
get-
joke,
how
so
do I
it's
get
out of
stuck in
context for them.
this?
Good. No, I'm sure some of them would probably. It's terrible. I've heard that joke before from somebody. I know, but where? I don't care. Anyways, the state of entertainment. Do you mind, or have you given your opinion on it, or do you think this is the generation where we?
State of entertainment.
I really like what you said, Brent, about how it's going to probably allow new creators to kind of get their footing.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Well,
There's
George Lucas and all them came in right after the Vietnam War.
we're knocking out the governing force on creativity.
Right, essentially, yeah.
Take
where
it back.
it's like it's a creative revolution. I hope so. I hope for that because that means we'll probably be able to see much more creative films.
Well, you have a creative films throughout time. It's just you never had them described to the public, like given out to like theaters.
Right, absolutely.
We already know Hollywood's been running out of ideas.
Oh yeah, like the freaking theater industry was already going down. Like this right here could have probably
This is
temporarily killed it.
this is
Hollywood
a nail
has
in
a-
the coffin.
We have a better chance, all three of us, of getting laid tonight than Hollywood does of coming up with something original. It's true. It's just been the same shit though. Like and don't get me wrong, I think remakes and reboots can be good. It's just there's so little of them that are.
Where's it breaking at?
I don't know. That's okay. We're good.
Okay.
Whoa.
So do you have anything else to say about the things that we're talking about currently?
Well, you keep hearing me say some things out of context. There's other stuff going on since this is just audio.
Oh yeah. We're David's still editing his comic. That's why you hear like fucking clicking and mice clicking and
Right
all
there.
that. Yeah.
There it is.
Which is fine. I don't mind background noise. I don't fucking care. So
But
I'm not professional. Yet.
professional what?
Professional trans girl. I'm not even doing my actual voice that I like to do either. Again, because I'm sitting so close to two grown men, and we're all sweaty in this fucking cabin in the woods, and it's like
The thing you're not supposed to do when Corona's around.
well, we already had it.
Yeah, like
I know. I'm the
me
only one that didn't, and I'm right
Well,
between these two guys.
we have antibodies. If we cough on you directly, you will have the cure on your skin.
You won't need to be
Sneeze my
vaccinated.
way.
You won't.
Let's go.
You won't need to be vaccinated.
Yeah, you'll be like the fucking Hulk, but of coronavirus.
The whole-
You actually kind of look like the actor from the Hulk, the first one.
First.
Eric Bana
I don't know who the
or
fuck.
Bill
it is.
Bixby.
The one by I know the director for the first Hulk movie. It was the he was an Asian guy.
Ang Lee,
What movies did he make? I know he did he. No, that's not the same guy.
not Saw, but Ang Lee.
No. I'm thinking of who did Old Boy, the first one, the original. That wasn't him.
I think it might have been.
Really?
Was it? Hold on.
I know. I don't
Hey
know why.
Jamie, hey Jamie, pull up. Old
Oh, are you
Boy
doing a
Direct.
fucking Joe Rogan? Fucking. I'm so ambivalent towards the Joe Rogan podcast.
Why?
I don't know, cause like, some of them, it's Joe Rogan. Cause sometimes I like him, and sometimes I'm like, he's like a dad, you know, like he's kind of boring. And
Here's the thing about Joe Rogan.
and he
He's-
gives platform to everybody, which is fine. But like, it's like I think he agrees with his his guest too much. I've never really heard him disagree with one that much.
like,
I'm sure there's been.
Oh,
few.
he like when
I-
it comes to
I've only seen so much though. So.
when he had Adam Conover from Adam Ruins Everything on there,
Yeah.
he totally freaking he absolutely freaking shut his ass down, and it's one of the best things because Adam Conover's full of crap. He's like absolutely.
I don't know who that is either. No.
If you ever watch Adam Ruins Everything, he's. Have you ever watched that show, Brent? Adam Ruins Everything on True TV.
Yeah.
God, that show sucks. Like.
The only thing from True that I've seen is Impractical Jokers.
Impractical Jokers is the
Which is-
only good thing that True TV puts out anymore.
I don't watch a lot of television.
Right.
As you know, yeah, I mean, I don't know these people. I'm just,
What am I doing?
are you Googling the Hulk movie?
Oh,
maybe
like
Adam
2003.
actually did ruin everything.
Old Boy.
Maybe. By the way, I've seen clips of Old Boy, and I've been recommended to watch it. It's on my to-watch list. My to-watch list is huge.
Park Chan-wook.
That's a different guy, yeah.
Is that what we're having for dinner?
Oh my god.
Well, first of all, we can't afford Asian food right now, so...
I tell you what. But
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so the state of... So you think you've spoken on your behalf of the state of entertainment?
Kim Lee? No. Kim Chi.
Huh. Quan Chi.
Win.
Ready. Fight. Fatality. Come on my titties.
Oh my gosh.
Commodity.
Oh,
Commodity.
Commodity.
Uh-oh. Do you have to... okay, so do you think you've spoken on what you think the state of entertainment is? Or where it's going? Where do you think... Yeah, I don't know if you elaborate. You think you good?
There's going to be one last great televised thing that's going to rock the world in the world of entertainment. And that's probably going to be the public executions of a lot of these people.
Huh.
Oh man, one could only freaking dream. One could only dream, but they probably
They
won't.
did it with Hussein.
Well, that
It was
was...
televised. I watched it.
It was a
myself.
I remember-
televised execution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd they kill him?
Didn't they, like, stone him to death? No, they hung him.
It was hanging.
Yeah, it was hanging.
Oh my
Because I've
gosh.
seen footage of that on TV
Public execution.
back in 2004, I think. They re-aired, but they didn't show the hanging, but they show where they got him.
Do you think that would be too? People would consider that kind of like even if they did like
It's
elite,
your option to watch.
like
Okay, I'm about to say something I don't know what I'm really fully talking about, but there's a philosopher named Michael Foucault, and he is a homosexual, but he was interested in power.
Sinner. No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He actually died of AIDS, I think. Genuinely, I think he died of AIDS. I think he had a couple lovers, but what happened was, did he die of a disease or was he killed in a bomb? I don't fucking remember. I gotta relearn all my philosophers. So the thing about what he said was the reason you don't have public executions anymore, like you did back in the way old days, and I'm simplifying this, and I might be getting some parts wrong, so anybody feel free to correct me in the comments below. But he said that the government or whatever controlling body has more power because if you show people hanging, now this isn't for pedophiles clearly, but this is just for any criminal, that people will feel sympathy watching someone die, which is why over time they start putting bags over people's heads because your eyeballs and all that shit. Yeah. Because if you see someone get killed, like imagine somebody just stole something, right? And we're like, oh, we're a bunch of villagers, like whatever, we'll kill them. And you watch that and you're like, well, that's a human being, and it kind of makes me feel guilty, you know? Like maybe he could have been forgiven. And then that shit led to them being, all right, we'll put them in prisons and then we'll kill them there, basically. And it's like, you do it behind closed doors, not because people might want to see it, and I know they do. I believe in the, before execution became more privatized, you know, private prisons, I do believe they still had executions on, like, people can come and see it, right? Like, behind a window, right?
Yeah.
Usually,
but it's not public. It's not public.
Usually it's the victims' families that come to see justice served. You know,
do you think anyone's ever seen somebody who hurt? Yeah. Do you think anybody's ever seen somebody who hurt them, but then watched them die and then kind of feel bad about that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
but
like
at the same time, I wouldn't deny them
the chance. Give them the opportunity. I
wouldn't
guess.
deny anyone the experience to see justice served. You know.
Oh no, but I mean, I kind of figured that if somebody killed like your dad, them being caught, put in prison, knowing they're gonna have a horrible fucking time would probably be good. But
I'd prefer them dead.
I wouldn't, because it's like it to me. Well, first of all, they'll probably get killed in prison if they're like a horrible person, right?
Better not leave that up to chance. I don't need to pay taxes so that they can stay alive.
Being
That's how
passed around by
well, I don't know. Do you are you really funding that though? Because it's privatized prisons usually, right? Does tax go into that?
Yes, taxpayers.
Well, yeah, I guess
into keeping prisoners alive. I mean, how do you think that they raise that kind of money? Even though the prisons are privatized, you still have to have the upkeep of the prisons. Are like putting people to incarcerate people is still a federal problem. I could be completely wrong. I don't know for sure. Like I didn't even know that there was such thing as a private prison. Before.
Oh yeah. That's most of them. I believe by now. But
like I was shocked when I heard about that. I was like, why? Like who?
Oh, because there's a profit to be made. Like if there's even a slight profit, someone's gonna go for it. It's just how it is, man. You know.
But yeah, I still would like back to the topic. I would see justice served. I
do think you can rehabilitate people. There's certain groups you can't, like pedophiles. You just keep them away. But I don't believe in killing. Don't get me wrong. I understand that conflict and violence is natural to humans, absolutely. But I believe it is in our better nature to redeem anyone who's committed evil. Like, I've heard stories of murderers who would get out 30 years later, and they're like, oh, I'm going to, I feel guilty. And if you can feel guilt for that, right. I think you could be, like, saved. Now,
what do you think, Brent? I mean, I'm interested to
hear Brent. I feel like we talk over you too much.
I think we should put them in a trash compactor and just slowly...
Every criminal.
Not all criminals.
Okay.
Just the Epstein Island blacklist.
Just the blacklist.
I mean...
Well, there's more.
No, I have an idea for a movie. Okay? Yeah. This could be a movie. David, you don't have the budget to do this.
Right.
It's called Taking Back EI.
Okay.
Which stands for Taking Back Epstein Island. What we do is, in the plot, okay, so the government changes its position, even though most politicians are probably involved in pedophilia. In any sort of structure. But so this idea for a movie is someone who's super rich tries to buy Epstein Island, and they turn it into a prison island, and they send all the pedophiles there to fight each other, like Precinct 13 or fucking Hunger Games.
What is that meme frog's name?
Pepe.
Pepe.
Q that.
The guy you told us about?
I'm a Q follower. I'm all about.
Okay, before you
QAnon.
Explain Q.
Yeah, explain Q to the uninitiated.
All right. Q secretly works with the president. Well, not secretly. Just people.
This is a theory, but it's pretty. There's some
people don't know who Q is.
Shit. Yeah.
People have asked for proof that he works with the president. So there's this guy once that asked.
He's a mysterious figure that allegedly works for the
I'm gonna
president.
get some water.
That's who Q is.
He reveals information to the public. Anyway, somebody asked him if you work with the president, why don't you have him say something for us? Why don't you have him say a code word or have him say tippy top? Q replied back and said, "Follow the white rabbit." A little bit later on, I think it was roughly 2 weeks, there was an Easter event where Trump was on stage beside a guy in a white rabbit suit, and he said, "We call these people the top of the list. Sometimes we even call them the tippy top."
Wow.
I want to
This-
see that.
this
I
is-
want to see that clip, by the way.
This is one of hundreds of Q proofs showing that he works.
I want to
with Trump.
see the clip, and I want to see the message. Where were the messages put?
That's for another date because if you get me on that topic, this
I don't give a shit
thing
how long.
won't end.
No, for real. I want to know where did. Okay, here's what you got to do. Just tell me what service or website. That's it, and then I'll say okay.
You can go to qmap.pub. That's a good one for.
That's a real site.
Yes, that's that'll be your entire list of everything Q's posted.
Should I check and see if it's like a safe website? I don't know, like torrent or Trojans.
Huh?
Is it a clean website? Viruses. Okay.
Yeah, it's clean.
Okay.
Can I endorse a YouTube channel?
What's the name of the website?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it endorsing. I would call it
Well,
shouting out.
What's the
Shouting
name?
out. Yes.
What's the name of the
Okay,
website?
We'll go with that. Shouting out.
Yeah.
qmap.pub. You put dash.
So, Davey, are you the Jamie of this podcast?
I mean, I'm the only one that's on the computer.
I have my computer on recording.
PUB.
I'm the webmaster here, okay?
Gmail.com.
Even though I don't run a website.
Oh wow.
That's the most recent ones, and it goes on.
Okay, yeah, so there's a
very-
list. Okay.
This is
Wow.
4 years worth of stuff.
So is he on, like, Twitter or Discord?
Oh yeah.
Or...
There's a picture of. Go back up to that. There's a picture of Trump, just recently posted. Go back to it so I can say it out loud.
Where?
That picture of where Trump was doing that.
That one right there.
Yes. So there's one thing he posted on here. It's a picture of Trump. It says he's pointing forward, and he says, "In reality, they're not." Trump talking about himself. He said, "In reality, they're not after me. They're after you. I'm just in their way." I really like that one.
Oh, nice. It's a good meme.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of family members of mine who don't like liberals post that one. I've seen it before. So did it come from Q? Did Q make it?
Somebody made it. Q.
So
Post nice.
is secretly Trump being held
memes every now and
hostage?
then.
Is secretly Trump's being held hostage and he's protecting us from Q? You think that's what it is?
Trump's being held hostage.
Yeah.
Trante did. Yeah.
Trump and Q work together. It has been proven so much now.
I think you can work against and with somebody at the same time. And I think that's why people repent. I'm sorry, David.
This is weird.
That's that Rachel Chandler with Bill Clinton.
They're not gonna. No one's gonna see any
And with,
video of this
Prince-
either. So they're just
Prince
gonna.
Robert.
Yeah.
No.
Prince Andrew.
Prince
So
Andrew.
while they're looking at a computer, Q. It was interesting chat you had, but what function do you think Q actually serves in the body?
You got me off on a tangent.
That's fine.
Where did we get to Q?
How did I get to Q? It was something before because I wanted to say something.
He's asking about. What were we at? What?
My memory's not good. You two are supposed to be doing better than me, okay? Jesus.
See, this is the benefit of if we did this live, we would have had a comment section that we could go back and.
Nobody's gonna fucking watch this. It's
All
mine.
right, so,
Yeah,
so
they will.
So to this podcast, one listener,
I'll send it to a few people.
I'm joking.
And you know,
I'll spread it around.
I thought our
Hell yeah.
first one was gonna be like a religious one. I didn't know it was gonna be like immediately just
We don't have to go in. We don't have to do that.
debauchery.
See, here's
because that's where me and David get. Dude, if we have a conversation like we did 2 nights ago,
Yeah.
oh my god, I would love that. And Brent, I would actually like to hear what Brent would have to say about some of that stuff.
I mean, you can definitely come back. We can definitely bring you back.
Yeah.
I would like to do this again for sure. Because I think we're getting close to the time when
o'clock?
we need to. Yeah, we're getting.
I have something to say.
Oh, yeah, something to say.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
right.
so
So,
Brent
let me
has
read. Hold on. Let me read Brent's. So David wrote down 3 things for what we could talk about, and Brent's what he wrote down, and he could write anything. I told him he could bring up any topic, anything. It didn't have to be anything about Epstein's and politics, but it's pissing off liberals.
Yes.
Okay, so
Go ahead,
what
Brent.
what do you
Take
want
it
to say
away,
about
Brent.
pissing off liberals?
I have two main topics to point out. First off, it's not a peaceful protest if you're burning down people's businesses. Their way of providing for their family and making money. We all have to survive. You're fucking it up for all of
I
us.
thought that I thought it was shown that cops were starting that shit. Wasn't it shown that cops were doing
Dude,
that?
watch.
I know cops started looting.
All right.
I know that.
I'll tell you one.
Yeah.
Watch the
Okay.
the Attorney General Barr hearing.
Okay.
The very beginning of it, they play like this 15-minute video after all the Democrats are saying it's a peaceful protest. No one's doing anything wrong.
Because I went to a Black Lives Matter protest. I'm
Yes.
pro Black Lives Matter. I like that. I've seen a lot of peaceful protests.
all right,
Like, but that was a peaceful protest that
It
we
was
had here.
Here, yeah.
Ironically
These-
enough.
We're not in a big city. Hey, I was
Go
ready to
ahead.
throw
Go
down
ahead,
though.
Brent.
These are in democratic states where
Yeah.
riots, buildings being burned down, federal offices are being burned down. All right.
Well, don't you think? Okay, so you don't like the Democrats, right? Do you
I-
think they are
not-
doing that to
Not
get
all of them.
Gotta let him.
Okay.
Let
Sorry.
him kind of get his idea out there.
All right.
I would say there's good ones, and
Okay.
I'm not saying liberals are bad people.
Oh, no.
They're just that a lot of them are misled.
Mm.
Anyway, I got more to get into.
Oh,
I'm
go,
going
go.
to take over your
Go.
podcast.
You were
Go.
saying. You were saying. Go ahead. Go.
No,
go ahead.
I'm not gonna censor you.
This
You're
is
free.
This is why you're here, dude.
You can say anything. I just,
All right.
you know.
All right, this whole thing is between Antifa and Black Lives Matter. First off, Antifa has been paid by certain Democratic politicians that we have become aware of now to actually provide weaponry and trigger these riots.
That was what I was going to ask you, though, because you mentioned the Democratic buildings themselves are being targeted at some points. And I was going to say, do you think to get sympathy or to make it seem more confused? I know that a lot of people said the Democratic Party does all this kooky shit. Do you think that they specifically have their own buildings targeted to make it seem like they weren't a part of it? I think that, dude, I don't know, man.
All
'cause
right,
it's like,
these buildings had people working in them, and they were throwing in kerosene balloons and
Balloons.
Roman candles.
oh, yeah, I know. Ooh, shit.
They were trying to burn them with people
In them. Well, I mean, that'd make a good cover up, wouldn't it? A couple
the-
people die, here and there,
These
but
are these are hundreds of people on the street
Yeah.
trying to cut their way through, knock
Yeah.
down fences.
now I have seen some bigger protests that did end well. I think the one in Seattle had the best outcome, but the one in Minnesota went so fucking bad.
I saw this
Yeah.
this woman officer that was just trying to keep a section
peak.
of the area away from all the violence that was
Oh,
going
yeah.
on,
Yeah.
trying to hold back like a wall against these people.
Yeah.
She was hit with a Roman candle in her side and hit the ground screaming for her
Mhm.
life as it burned through her.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
These same officers out there were getting pummeled by full soda cans that these people were breaking from the vending machines
Ooh.
and chunking at them.
Mm-mm-mm.
This is if you
I mean, I
watch
told people, you
the
know.
15-minute video, watch it.
Yeah. Okay, you can share it with me.
Where's
man.
it? Where's the video?
You have to, yeah.
It's during the hearings. There's a lot more video. It's a 4-hour thing, but it's a 15-minute video in there. So if you go looking for it,
Now I will say,
you just have to,
I have a
like,
question
fast
though.
forward and find it.
I do have a question for you though. Do you believe that civilians should have a right to defend themselves against a huge militarized police force? If it's not, and remove it from Black Lives Matter, right?
Right.
Right.
If
Right.
It, well, here's the deal. Like, can I come
Yeah.
in here?
Dude, yeah.
So, can we clarify? It depends. Does it? It depends on the fact. Are the civilians first of all doing anything illegal?
Well, first of all,
Like,
I don't know.
like here because that I think that's where the question comes in.
There
like-
was a massive amount of looting going on.
Right.
All right, here's something that's happened.
All right.
All right, the Black Lives Matter movement. In 65 days of these so-called peaceful protests going on, have killed more white people than white police have killed black people or black unarmed people in the past 35 years. There have been babies shot.
I don't know.
Why would?
I haven't heard any of this, by the way.
Well, you're not going
and
to because
I'm skeptical of it. I'm very skeptical. But I'm not saying you're a liar. I believe you.
the
And
videos exist.
that you. I believe that you've seen these. But I want to see them. I do want to see them, and I do want you to provide them. But it's gonna be in private. It's gonna be in private though.
When we come.
What was it?
When we come back around, he will know more about this.
Before the video gets posted,
Right.
Brent, send him the links to these videos. And
I'm not gonna put them in the video.
put them in the
I'll
video
put them
description.
in description.
Put them
yeah.
in the video
Okay.
description.
So people can look for themselves.
Yeah.
That's fair. That works.
And for the record, I completely disagree with a lot of this shit. I think it's
Sure,
wrong.
that's understandable.
And
that's
I'm a-
fair. That's fair.
And you know what's funny? Because people automatically assume that I'm a liberal. I don't consider myself a liberal. I'm more left.
We're people of different perspectives
Yeah.
talking.
And I think that, and like I said, I question you, but I do think that. Do you think? I'm not asking about the what the civilians are doing. I'm saying under other circumstances, like seriousness, like what if we had what if the police became actually militarized against civilians? Everyone, right? Imagine everyone's targeted. What would y'all believe that y'all would have to stand up
Right.
against?
In these democratic states
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
this is happening, the police have been defunded,
Yeah.
and their mayors have told them to step down, giving these people
Okay.
free range to loot, destroy, and kill.
So they haven't happened in any
Like,
Republican
I'd
states.
say to answer your question,
Thousands,
Yeah.
several thousands of prisoners were released in these cities.
Okay.
Because of coronavirus, they emptied the prisons.
Yeah.
Killers back on the street.
And prostitutes, so there's more sex.
Yeah. Well, it can be a little bit of a win.
I mean, you could get murdered, you know. I mean, if
He
she's
said-
stabbing, you're stabbing her with your meat knife, she's gonna stab you back with
Oh
an
my
actual
gosh.
knife, right? Oh, I'm awful. I'm an awful bitch. But listen, I think that first of all, because I know you guys when we talked earlier, you talked about wanting to give power back to the people.
Yeah.
But I think that first of all, I don't think the
But-
first extremity is two-sided, right? You have
Right.
police and protesters.
If
Right?
if I want to take something down that is oppressive or offensive,
Yeah.
like those are legitimate things for people to do.
If it's that fucked up, and there are
All
some
right.
police. Could
But-
you agree there are some fucked up police forces?
you know how I would go about it?
don't
I would petition it and go through a legal process. It would take like a month or two, but if enough people agreed, it would be taken down.
the
Like
biggest
thousands, right?
Like the biggest issue is that
Millions. I'd say.
It's
Yeah.
the fact that, like, I've heard people say, well, I don't want to tell people how they should feel. Well, the problem isn't that they're feeling bad about it. The problem is that they want to do something about it, but they won't go through the process to actually get it fixed. They instead, like, I'm with you, Brent.
I don't know. A lot of police places got shut down. I'd say they're doing something at least.
Well,
for
here's
the
the-
more extreme ones.
But it's not going to be a permanent fix
Oh, no.
for sure.
No.
And the issue isn't that all cops are bad. The issue obviously is that there are people that are police officers that should not be police officers.
Yeah.
One of the things that I read
Did you
about,
know that they actually hire people with lower intelligence, and they specifically find people if you're too smart, they won't hire you as a police officer in some places.
Well, one of the things they were
Yeah.
talking about was first of all getting rid of having contract renewals for police unions.
Okay.
Basically, they have to have their contracts renewed every year. They have to go through a review by people that they have to basically. And by the way, also having public access to people that are on the force that are
Like records.
public records, public arrest records of that police officers have had. That way, that if there is a
Discrepancy.
if there's a discrepancy,
Yeah.
people can actually look at it and they can see it. Basically, doing things that
Like a
make it.
jury or peer review, right?
Well, yeah, but from basically, if a police officer does something discretionary, like having to wear body cameras,
And
so
taking
that,
and turning them off, right?
like no, they're not allowed to turn them off. Like they have.
Yeah,
to
I know,
keep
I know,
them
but I'm
on.
saying that some do in some cases, and that's why
Right.
they get in trouble.
Go ahead.
The Floyd thing.
Oh, right, George
Yeah,
Floyd. Yeah.
George Floyd.
Ooh, here we go.
All right.
Uh,
CNN just got recently called out. The video that we've all seen
Yeah.
had been edited, and we have the original now. It was just recently released. CNN purposely took out the audio of the officer saying "stop resisting." It was
Yeah.
He said it multiple times, and it was edited out before it hit the news.
okay. First of all, I'm both skeptical of the people saying that, and I'm skeptical of CNN. So.
I mean,
First-
CNN decided. To be fair, CNN does not deserve anyone's trust because they went after a 15-year-old for posting a meme, and they basically doxed a 15-year-old kid. and 4chan went after their ass, and I hope that 4chan freaking buries CNN for doing that because.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it though. Two things I want to bring up, and I feel these are very important.
Yeah,
Remind me at the end of this. I want one more topic.
Oh, sure. Oh, here.
Yeah,
Hold on. Let me write that down. One more topic. Close enough.
Because I know we're getting near the end, so I wanted to say that.
Oh, I mean, you talk as long as you want, brother. You're fine, but we'll get you back home soon. Okay, so we'll have to put the duffel bag over your
Maybe
head.
I meant near the end of the world.
Maybe. I'll get it in any second. God could just, or whoever, whatever. I'm just thinking about two things. One, I noticed something that you said, David, when you mentioned the police officer. You said, "Oh, not all of them are bad," and I feel like that can be said about literally any group of people on Earth.
Well, yeah, and that's that's been the. That's,
and do you think that there's some kind of natural? This is going to sound crazy, but do you think there's some kind, maybe not natural, but like something about human beings where we don't ever really fully address that, and so but we do that in order to keep these ideals about people, so we don't like actually try to find solutions. Like
what?
Okay. Do you think, and I mean this, that
just ask the question. Like, do I think what?
do you think this is related to the problem of good and evil fundamentally?
Of course.
Okay, and
As
when I say this, I mean, do you think that because people, they always mention, oh well, there's the good ones, and that's true. Absolutely, I think we should show the good ones more than the bad. We show the bad way too fucking often, in my opinion. But the bad ones always use the goodness as a cover. I'm not saying every one of them, but a lot of people do in any situation like that. What do you think about that? What I'm saying, or, you know?
So you're saying that what do I think about people that basically that having them.
That's always the same discussion. There's never a discussion of how to fix the problem. It's always, oh well, there's some good ones, but we have to, keep it the way it is. It's like
I say what I've always said. Okay, you've got to take people person by person, not
absolutely. I agree.
Like, can we not
hold them accountable individually?
We can't hold, but that's the thing. We can't really hold.
But they use their systems that they're in to like block out.
Right, and then we
That's a paper. I think. Oh, is it the speaker?
It's the speaker itself.
Okay.
Sorry. Technical issues aside.
For 2 seconds.
But anyway, like here's my understanding of what you're asking me is: do I think that this is related to a greater struggle of good and evil?
Well, that's one of my questions. Yes.
But then, so I'm going to say yes. I mean, absolutely. First of all, but it also, like, the main thing that I'm wondering is
It's an old speaker. It's a Windows 98 speaker. So.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Stop.
Yeah.
So,
because here's what I think, David. I think that they're using the fact that there are good people in these different parts and groups.
Sure.
To completely, a lot of people just ignore what to do about the bad ones.
Well,
and that's a problem.
I don't think so, because
Yeah.
I think that the way to actually fix it is to understand that, because the problem always goes to one person in this group did something really horrible. Therefore, let's completely condemn and isolate.
But those groups cover for them in a lot of cases.
Well, they shouldn't. They should.
Oh, absolutely
like,
not.
Like, for example, so I'm a Christian. So here, like, we should not defend Joel Osteen.
No.
We shouldn't defend.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck Joel Osteen.
Yeah. Please, actually, don't. He probably.
He wouldn't fuck me because I'm gay and all that shit. Actually, probably. Well, I don't know. I don't fuck.
Joel Osteen's. No, well, his issue is actually is that he just thinks that you can
buy your way into virtue.
Well,
right?
he's like, God wants you to be financially successful. No, he doesn't. So
God does not care about money. It's so below him. That's,
give. Anyway, but that's my example. So.
Oh my God.
Yes, I think that when people do something that is wrong, people in that group have a responsibility to say whether or not this goes against the tenets. And I think the problem is that there's so many people that are influential. I mean, this is why because it makes them fear that they're not unified, which I think is wrong completely. So, for example, Ted Cruz went after Mitch McConnell a few years ago. You remember that? He called out Mitch McConnell. I can't remember what it was. It was essentially for dealing on the other side with the Democrats. Ted Cruz actually called Mitch McConnell out for...
Well, I mean, don't you want the two parties to work together?
No. Well, here's the deal. We don't.
So
want
you just
to,
want one to control?
No, we don't want any parties at all. Like we
Yeah,
don't-
I do. Actually, I agree.
Like
with
we
that,
don't
yeah.
want
fuck,
any. we
fuck
don't-
two-party system.
Like the issue becomes that we technically only have one party. I mean, let's
At a
let's-
time.
let's be really honest, because what you've
well,
been saying
earlier I
today-
said that the Democrats and Republicans often work together, but I think you
Right.
disagree with me.
We
though.
just they do, but
Okay.
here's the deal. Like I actually agree with you there, but
Yeah.
the big issue I think is that
They're laughing
we
at us.
technically have just one political party. It's the government and the people. It's never.
Well,
been,
that's not one party. That's still two.
The
The government still
like,
has
the
power
government
over the
is-
people.
The government is the party. Like, and we're just
We're not the government.
right.
Despite,
So that's two parties. That's the people and the government.
despite my enthusiasm at the beginning of this podcast, let's not start a communist situation.
No.
Oh, you're too late for me. You can't save me, honey. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I mean, it's fine. But it's like we going back to, does one bad apple spoil the bunch? I think it
Okay.
can, which is why the freaking
But again, it's not
You
usually
need to
one.
look-
It's a blanket term. They always say, "Oh, there's some bad ones," but that's still more
in
than
the-
one.
Well,
though.
it also I think it varies depending on the group that you're talking about, because
Well,
some
yeah,
there
I
are
guess
different there are different groups that are. The reason why law enforcement exists, realistically speaking, is to enforce the law. Okay, so there is a reason why police exist. Okay, we can. I don't think anybody.
Oh, I don't think police shouldn't exist. I just think that
Right.
who is a police and what they mean. And what you should recognize is that I don't think police should have authority completely over civilians.
No.
I think they should have even, because clearly we have laws that wanted to protect us from police brutality and from police overtaker and all that. The thing is, though, they often, a lot of people, I think, just join to be cops to have that power they lacked when they were,
That's the thing. There's no. There
You're
needs
supposed
to
to protect and serve, not scare the fuck out of everyone, even innocent people. I know people who've never touched drugs who say, I'm scared around cops because they might think I'm a stoner or whatever. I'm like, don't worry, you haven't done anything.
Here's
It's
the
like-
deal.
They
If
don't
they're
think you're a stoner, they just think you're a loser.
Yeah.
that's right.
They hate you because they laugh at you, actually. They don't
That's right.
hate you. They need you to feel better.
So here's my thing.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
why is it that there is not a moral that why is there not a moral understanding for what a police officer should do? So it's different than just you don't. It's different than like any other than being a lawyer or being a public official.
Yeah.
Like when you're a law enforcement,
You're getting involved with the actual action.
You're getting
That's
yes.
and that's granted. I'm not
there
saying
should
they
be.
don't.
You
Yeah.
should have some kind of moral fiber to you. Now, granted, there always have been corrupt cops. There have always been organized crime. There's always
And
been.
there probably will be.
There will always be that.
Yeah.
The issue becomes.
Oh, David, it's like there'll always be evil, like I told you 2 nights ago.
Right.
And you didn't agree with me.
I mean,
I'm
well,
pulling
there's
your string.
there's technically a part of Christianity that promises me that eventually it will be defeated. So I can't necessarily agree.
But
with
then
you
we
there.
won't exist, David.
It's not true.
We'll talk about that at a later date. Maybe.
Like I said, like I said,
Actually,
your,
when we take-
your
if-
reality is different than mine. There, so,
we actually live in physical different realities. I'm like, please, one of us has to find the other.
what you got?
What
You've been-
yeah.
I think you're.
But
I think
before-
we've left you in the
Can
dust
I
for
ask
me.
you something, David? By the way, Brent, I want you to have final word on this, and then I'm gonna have a speech. But listen, David, if you want, that doesn't have to be the end. We can take Brent back home, and you and I can just talk about whatever. I think we should.
They're
because-
ready to get me out of this.
No. I want you
I'm
here as
joking.
long as you want to be here. But David probably doesn't want to go out at night. I think.
Like it's getting late.
And you don't got work tomorrow, do you?
I do have work.
Okay, yeah, fuck.
I gotta
So
get-
let's
I get-
let's
I
wrap
gotta
this
get
shit
back
up
to
then.
The last thing I wanted to say
Yeah.
is yes, Black Lives do matter, but
that right there is just like, but
I'm just gonna leave it at
I'm not racist, but that's the oldest fucking joke in the book, man.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Do black babies' lives matter? Because they don't argue. They support abortion. They don't argue against it. I think their
Well-
lives matter too.
Well, okay. Do you want to talk about abortion? We'll be here for 4 days. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
But
boy.
I do.
I mean,
that's an important topic. though.
I understand if it's maybe a life, like a
So you're gonna give me the usual
like
excuse of it,
life
right?
risking
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. Or you were raped, or the usual.
No,
stuff.
not if you're
Like,
raped.
if you want to go into the,
Really?
But
I've
that-
never heard anyone defend.
No.
Well, you're not defending it,
If
maybe,
you were
but-
raped, that is still a human.
But you don't want to raise the baby of a rapist. at all.
Does that mean shit?
It's a rough situation, but the baby.
I know women.
That
I've heard
doesn't
of
mean
women.
the baby's not healthy.
It's not the health.
health.
No, it's not the health of the baby. What if that baby carries something from the father who's like mental illness, which is genetic?
I really think it's just how you raise a child.
Okay, so you think rapists are made through environment? So you think we should pursue to have more?
We're a product of what we're taught.
Okay, and here's another thing. I don't think everything is inherited genetically. I don't believe that. I do believe environment is incredibly fucking important, and you are absolutely right. But imagine being a woman who was like, by the way, I am gonna put a fucking content warning on this. But
I think you already put that warning in there. Like,
it's gonna be a big fucking screen that says warning. We're gonna talk about some for real shit.
We have the option of adoption.
Yeah,
I think,
but
there should be.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, you first. You first.
Like,
all right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Well,
we're all talking over each other.
it's okay. I hate doing that.
Yeah, I do
really
too. I actually do genuinely feel bad when I talk, and I talk over David all the fucking time. I feel bad. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's
you
okay.
first.
It's okay. Here's the main thing. Like when you're talking about, I think the reason why so many people are actually for abortion is because you have to give somebody a better option. If you give somebody a better option than abortion, so let's talk about the facts. Abortion is number one is a very dangerous procedure for a woman to undergo. Period.
Or the co-hanger, yeah.
It'll
get better with technology. I promise you.
Why would you want to invest in something that is so? Why would we want to invest in more accurate?
Well, you know
ways
how
of-
it works, right? It's a vacuum. It's a vacuum cleaner.
Not all the time.
Well, I don't know any other. I know they do like not a spoon, but it looks like a dipstick from a car.
But they've also been doing like
It's
full-term abortions and even after.
Okay, I actually have heard about those.
conception
If you,
abortion.
I'm not going to tell people they can't have time to think about that, but I don't know about the full-term stuff. That does seem pretty fucked up.
It really is because those
At that point, just fucking have the thing.
And also, the part
thing.
where Planned Parenthood has already gotten in trouble for selling baby parts.
that was a while back.
Oh, wait,
That was
are you
I
talking
remember
about
that
when,
that video surfaced?
It's like
stem cells, right?
No. There was a whole black market on like organs and limbs. Like,
oh.
Yeah.
What would you need those for? Well, I mean, David, you know where to get film props now. We can just phone up, Planned Parenthood. So.
Wow.
Like
What do you guys think about stem cell research, though?
Sims.
Because it has helped people. It has, genuinely.
I think that any kind of research that you do for the benefit of people in the wake of tragedy is fine, as long as you're not causing the tragedy in the first place.
Well, it may not be seen as a tragedy. I mean, women might not really. There might be some women who just don't give a shit. I think that's their body. And
it's dangerous because
honestly,
even if it's their body, it's still another person inside of their body.
Well, it's not a person. It's it could become a person. You know.
I think that's a dangerous line of thinking for anybody to go.
Personally, if I was killed as a baby, I wouldn't have gave a shit. Thank you, I guess.
Well,
the only thing I want to get,
that's you.
That's pessimism. Yeah,
I
don't want people to be that sad. By the way, but I'm just saying, there are people like me who don't.
I may be viewed negatively for what I said, but
Black Lives Matter. But sorry.
I want it to be understood that I give a fuck about children's lives.
We're gonna get
sad.
Well, let's tie this back in though, because adoption it has a lot of problems too. Kids get raped. They go into. I'm not going to mention her name, but we have a friend actually, you and I, David, a mutual, who had so many sexual problems in every single home she was taken to.
Right.
Yeah, and that's
a problem.
Background checks.
Why are we not trying to fix that issue? Like
it starts in the home. Yeah.
It starts in the home.
Fucking Jesus.
There is so little funding
Yeah.
goes to foster care and adoption. Adoption is so ridiculously expensive in the United States that it is. That's why a lot of people don't adopt. It's because when you adopt, you have to pay an obscene amount of money.
What do you know this rate to be, the fee?
See, what's a standard?
Oh, you can Google it, sure.
Well, standard adoption fee in the United States?
When you go for black market, girls are $3,000 or boys are $3,000.
Oh my God!
You're making a joke, right?
No, I'm being literal.
Hold on.
They actually state this.
Hold on a second.
Well, I mean, you probably learned that information.
When Silk Road was busted, yeah, that was the thing.
Hold on. Let's see. Adoption fee.
Wait. Remember earlier when we were first kind of getting to know each other, right? And I asked because we were talking about history, because we live in the deep South, so of course we brought up slavery. And remember, I asked you, I wonder, and I said, something I asked in history class and got in trouble for once actually was, I wonder how much it cost to buy a slave.
So according to generally for families adopting a
the
baby,
old antebellum days.
I have no clue on that one.
Yeah.
Generally for families adopting a baby through a private agency, the average cost of adoption in the United States, according to a report from Adopted Families magazine, is $43,000.
So it's obviously cheaper to go black market.
It's already cheaper
How much
to get an abortion. Jesus Christ.
How about how abortion cost? How much does it?
Oh, let's see. Well, I think doesn't Planned Parenthood cover certain abortions? Or?
That's the sad part. Like,
oh, come on.
surgical
give women-
abortion, $550 to $650.
If
Holy
if they can
shit.
get coverage, that's way better than $43,000. But imagine if abortions were $43,000.
That's
They shut down churches during coronavirus, but they kept abortion clinics open.
right. Like, here's the
Well.
like it's really when you look at the freaking numbers. I mean, it's almost like we're eager to kill children instead of help them. I mean, it's like we have an I'll even say this.
mercy killing. It's like
but mercy killing from what?
imagine growing up in a shitty environment.
Imagine growing up in
And I did.
an adoptive home where you're loved and cherished. I mean,
I'm loved and cherished, and life is still shit.
Like-
yeah.
life is hard, but
Well, I mean,
so is
okay.
you-
Adoption, when adoption happens, I'm sorry,
it's a
but you're talking about adoptions where they're already paying for the baby before it's born. That might not happen as often as you think, right? Most kids probably get shoved into like homes just from the government.
I agree,
bureaucracy.
which
Yeah.
is why I think
Yeah.
we don't just. The problem isn't
Infertility.
only abortion. The issue is that there is
The
no
adoption's not handled well.
right. There's
Yeah.
there's no better option to abortion. There's
okay.
no this is on. And here's a controversial thing. I think that instead of abortion as a better alternative, I believe that there should be an embryonic transplant for
Women who can't.
or trans women that want to have children.
Okay, let me tell you something. Let's get into that because I'm trans. There are people doing research to try and change genitals, like literally. People ask me, why don't you want the surgery? Well, the technology's not there yet. But when it gets there, I'm still not going to get it because my ideas of gender are way fucking different. But people who want to have babies, who are like, oh, I was born a man, but now I want a child, they're working on that. And hey, that idea of yours is fucking helpful to people who can't.
Right.
And let's go back, just turn back from trans back to hetero norm, or maybe not hetero, but just other people, right?
People that want to have children.
Infertility. I
Right.
mentioned infertility a second ago.
Right.
Imagine you can't have a kid, and this girl says, "Oh, I want an abortion," but they can take out my stuff, and you can just have it. Not even eggs, but the embryo. We can do it real quick. They'll do a nice surgery. That would be great. I don't think technology. Well, maybe technology is.
I think it's there.
They probably don't have it yet. I don't know.
I
Not
think it
public.
is. You can do.
If you're fucking.
You
rich.
need. Huh?
So we need to. Like, I
Oh,
don't need
do
to.
you need? Oh yeah.
I don't need
We
to
got-
at home, but I don't want
We
to.
kind of got off on
Well, there's so much.
there's a lot that we
Yeah,
could
yeah.
actually talk about,
Yeah.
but
We can think it through a little better because we kind of just jumped into this one.
No,
this
I
is
think
a
that's
good-
cool though.
I
that
think
we
this
did
is a
that.
good- this
But we
is a
should
good-
plan. We should
Well,
plan.
maybe. All right, that's for me then.
But it was
I need to think
unplanned,
a little
like
more.
a baby who gets aborted.
here.
So
Oh my gosh. Here, let me say this.
Okay.
To anyone that's watching this,
Listening.
if you liked listening to
Yeah, yeah,
us talk about whatever tonight, leave a comment in
I don't know if like is quite the right word.
Just leave us.
Don't, you're gonna break it.
I think I accidentally hit the button.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Leave us a comment in the description, or excuse me, in the
comment section.
in the comment section of what you would like us to talk about next on
Okay,
our next
okay.
podcast.
If you
Hold
can
on.
write in the description.
And I'm
Hold on.
nervous that I'm
It's
about to
on.
let
If
this
you can
button
write-
go.
if
so
you can-
hold on.
You did.
Okay,
if you
we're
can,
good.
if you can write, okay, he turned off the microphone. It should be back on. Let me check.
I didn't mean to, but I was
You're
trying
fine.
to like get
If
it.
you can write in the description, you can just have the fucking channel at this point. I don't fucking care.
What?
If you can write in the description, you can have the fucking channel if you care. We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Okay, for real though.
Oh my-
But hey,
Hunter's getting
let
cranky,
me-
so let's.
Heather.
I'm sorry.
Triggered! Ah! Okay, so actually, yeah, if you guys if you guys are interested in hearing us talk about some for real shit, please leave a suggestion for what we could talk about next time.
Don't expect
By
it to
the
be
way,
PC.
Brett, thank you so much. I just met you today, and you are an interesting person.
I feel like I'm gonna have memes made of me.
No, I'm not. It'll get 31 views, like 2 likes, 15 dislikes, and I'll be like, all right, let's do it again. Because
I hope that it gets a lot of.
we need to-
I hope that it gets a lot of freaking traffic.
you said dislikes.
Right.
I'm going to try and organize this a bit better. I really want to talk about more religious things, though, next time.
Okay.
Maybe. Or, if I can get you to do it, when you're off work tomorrow, if we can still hang out, I would love to do this again, so I have extra material.
We're gonna take some time to talk about Jesus.
Hell yeah, y'all! Talk about days out there. I'm coming in, the boy coming back. You know what? People get angry at me. I don't blame Jesus for not coming back.
Are we sticking
Fuck
with
us.
perspectives on one religion or?
All right. Good night, everybody. Good
Yeah,
night.
we'll save that for another
Good night,
time.
everybody.
Cut the.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Heather. I'm alone, so I feel more confident in speaking how I want my voice to sound when I get to present myself. I'm not usually allowed to be the way I want to be around where I live, so I like to take opportunities when I can, and I had the opportunity to do this, which I've been meaning to do for almost over a year now. I've wanted to make a podcast with my friend David. We don't agree on everything, as you might have told from the video, but I do like having talks and debates with him. We don't usually get this political, I'd say. Usually we just talk about religious philosophies and or interpretations of different abstract concepts. But just a few things I'd like to say. Thank you to anyone who stuck through this, either all the way, or if you just skimmed it, or if you just skipped to this part, you know. Either way, we hope you'll take to the comments section and tell us what you thought about, anything, if you did hear it, anything we brought up, as well as make suggestions for possible topics we could go over if we ever get a chance to do this again. Plenty of links in the description to take you to different stuff that was mentioned, or to social media profiles of the speakers who are presented. I'll try to do this every episode, depending on who is there. We'll try not to be redundant. As well as any projects they mention. David makes short films, and he's working on a comic, too, at the same time. And I help him here and there on his stuff, but, it's a friendly thing to do. I'll see if I can gather all those kinds of links. And I'll even include a few extra bits of information, like any music that I use in whatever I upload. I might put it in credits, I'm not sure, but I like to look in the description for things, so, I personally hope the execution of this idea wasn't too rough. I didn't think we'd delve into some of the stuff we went over, right out of the gate on our first attempt at having, a legitimate talk about things. Despite its fluctuating tone between, serious and jokey, I still feel like this was actually something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. If things improve for me anytime soon, I'd like to put my efforts into more serious content, like this, in the future. I also have a coffee. I set that up a long time ago for another channel that I used as my base of video content for a long time, but I wanted to switch gears, and I had this other idea. This channel's called Spectator's Chasm, which was the original name of a podcast idea I had with David, and I was going to bring in some other people too eventually, but I decided that's just going to be the name of the channel. The music's probably stopped by now. But most of my old channel was just gameplay videos, and I wanted to do more when I had free time, which I never had free time really, because I was always working on games, or I was helping my family, or just stuff. I've always wanted to produce things that were a bit more solid and more worthwhile for people and worth archiving. So that's all this pig's gonna say right now. I do hope I can bring more videos out. It's been a really rough year for everyone, and I mean everyone, literally everyone, and I hope things are getting better. I hope that our podcast was entertaining, and I hope we can do more in the future. I'd love to get more people in. Hopefully we can get a few more people in with, we can have more discussions and more perspectives on things. I really do want to try and reach out to more people I know, but it's kind of hard to get everybody together. And even just getting the three of us, they want to do it again, but we're gonna have to see if we can do that, because we all have different stuff going on all at once, and we're trying to figure things out. But it was a random thing, and we just decided to do it anyways. And personally, I've listened to it a few times, and yeah, some of the stuff we talk about is actually all of the stuff we talk about is really rough. But I feel like we presented ourselves in different ways. But maybe there's something in this podcast that you can take apart for yourself and think about, and whatever was presented. I'm trying not to be biased right now, so but I think every person's biased a bit. But if you'd like to leave a comment or make a suggestion for what you might want us to talk about, I don't expect this will get that many views, really. So I will absolutely be on the lookout for any kind of suggestions, if again. And yeah, so y'all come back now. You'll come back down this way here. It's been really an interesting experience. By the way, I listened to it again, and I feel some people will assume that I wasn't being genuine, or that maybe I am hiding my identity. I'm hiding it from my family because I'm not ready to deal with that. But most of my friends know. They still call me by my old name, and they know why I don't go by that name anymore. So if you're watching this and you know of me, just know that the name I go by is Heather now. But I'm keeping that a bit under wraps, and that's just a personal anecdote you probably already clicked off. But this is my channel, and I just want to make that clear. I'll probably have to make it clear again in the future. But right now, which I hope this was worthwhile. Thank you so much, and everyone. I don't mind who you are most of the time, but have a wonderful, splendid day. God bless you, and thank you for listening to the Southern Fried Ideology podcast, I suppose. Okay, I ramble. Bye-bye.